Myself, Dr. Ashwini, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Nutrition and Dietetics, St.Josephs College of Arts and Science for Women, Autonomous. Here we are going to see the subject on food science. In this video, we are going to see the content on food and food definition, food science definition, functions of food, food groups, my plate concept, cooking definition, and objectives of cooking. Here, definition for food and food science. Food is defined as anything solid or liquid which, when swallowed, digested, and assimilated, and nourishes the body. Definition for food science. Food science is a mixture of many different chemical components. The study of food science involves an understanding of the changes that occur in these components during cooking, food preparation, whether naturally or induced by handling procedure. Many physical and chemical reaction occurs during food preparation. This reaction may be result if the interaction between component with the medium of cooking and the environment condition like heat, cold, light, and air to which they are subjected to cooking. Food science also include the understanding of the nutrient value of different foods and methods of preserving them. Next, we move on to the functions of food. Functions of food. Food can be classified based on the need of the human being. So they can classified into physiological, psychological, and social functions of food. Under this one, physiological function is mainly for energy yielding, body building, protective, and regulatory foods. Energy yielding foods are carbohydrate, protein, and fat. Body building foods are protein, and regulatory foods are vitamins and minerals. Energy yielding food rich in carbohydrate and fat are called energy yielding foods. Here 1 gram of carbohydrate gives 4 kilocalorie, 1 gram of protein gives 4 kilocalorie, and 1 gram of fat gives 9 kilocalorie. This group may be divided into two groups: cereals, pulses, nuts, oil, seeds, roots, and tuber. Pure carbohydrate like sugar, fats, and oils. Cereal provides addition to energy, large amount of protein, vitamins, minerals in the diet. Pulses also gives protein and B vitamins besides giving energy to the body. Nuts and oil seeds are rich in energy yielding as they are good source of fat and protein. Roots and tubers are mainly provide energy. It contributes vitamins and minerals. Pure carbohydrate, especially sugar, provide only energy, and fat provide concentrated source of energy and fat soluble vitamins. Next, we move on to the bodybuilding foods. Bodybuilding foods. Foods rich in protein are called bodybuilding foods. They are classified into two groups. One is milk, egg, fat, fish. These are rich in protein because we call this as high biological value. This protein may have all the essential amino acid in correct proportion for the synthesis of body tissues. And second group is pulses, oil seeds, and nuts, rich in protein but may not contain all the essential amino acid required for human body. Protective and regulatory foods. Foods rich in protein, vitamins, and minerals have regulatory function in the body. For example, maintaining heartbeat, water balance, and temperature. Protective foods are broadly classified into two types. They are foods rich in vitamins and minerals, and food proteins of high biological value. Example, milk, egg, fish, and liver. Second one, food rich in certain vitamins and minerals only. Example, green leafy vegetables and fruits. So next we move on to the food groups. Food groups can be classified into four. And this classification, which is mainly based on ICMR, Indian Council of Medical Research, they give an food groups. So before and all we have 4 food groups, 7 food groups, 10 food groups. Now they converted all those things into 4 food groups. So here we are going to see the food group and what are the nutrients which is present in the each group. So first one is cereals, millets, and pulses. Cereals, millets, and pulses, rice, wheat, ragi, bajra, jowar, maize, puffed rice, and rice flakes, which contain energy, protein, invisible fat, thiamine, folic acid, riboflavin, iron, and fiber. In pulses, Bengal gram, black gram, cowpea, which are rich in iron, protein, invisible fat, thiamine, riboflavin, folic acid, iron, and fiber. Thiamine, riboflavin is nothing but the B complex vitamin. B1 is thiamine, B2 is riboflavin, B3 is niacin. Milk, second food group is milk and animal products. Milk and its product, milk, curd, skimmed milk and cheese, which contain high amount of protein, fat, riboflavin and calcium. Animal products, meat, chicken, liver, fish and egg, which contain protein, fat and iron. And third food groups is fats and fruits and vegetables. Fruits, especially mango, guava, tomato, ripe papaya, orange, sweet lime, watermelon, muskmelon, which contain carotenoids, vitamin C, riboflavin, folic acid, iron, and fiber. And second, in that one, green leafy vegetables. First vegetables can be classified into three types. One is green leafy vegetables, other vegetables, and roots and tuber. Green leafy vegetables, amaranth, spinach, drumstick, coriander, fenugreek leaves, which contain high amount of riboflavin, folic acid, iron, fiber, calcium, and carotenoids. Other vegetables such as carrot, brinjal, lady's finger, capsicum, onion, drumstick, cauliflower, which contain carotenoids and fiber. And last food groups is fats, oils, and nuts. Fats and oils, ghee, butter, hydrogenated oil, cooking oil like groundnut, mustard and coconut which contain high amount of energy essential fatty acid, high amount of energy essential high amount of energy essential fatty acid and fat soluble vitamin. Sugar, jaggery, which contain iron. Jaggery contain iron. Sugar is rich in energy. Nuts, which contain protein and omega 3 fatty acids. Next we going to see that of my plate concept, that we call it as a healthy eating plate. How we have to take our food in a balanced way. Balanced diet is nothing but the food which contain all the basic four food groups, and it should meet the RDA, recommended dietary allowances, which is given by ICMR. Here the my plate concept, this image shows the my plate concept, how we are going to have the food. So here we have to take large amount of vegetables, fruits, and then whole grains and healthy. Here we have to include water for the my healthy plate concept. Next one is cooking. The definition for cooking: food preparation is important in meeting the nutritional need of the family. Foods like fruits, vegetables and nuts are eaten raw, but most of the foods are cooked to bring the desirable changes. Process of subjecting food to the action of it is known as termed as cooking. During cooking, heat may be transferred to the food during cooking by conduction, convection and radiation, and by the energy of microwave electronic heat transfer. Here is the objectives of cooking. There are several objectives of cooking. The first one is improve the taste and quality of the food, and second one is destruction of microorganisms. Third one is improve digestibility. Fourth one, it increases the variety, and fifth one increases the consumption of food. Sixth one increases the availability of nutrient, and seventh one increases the antioxidant value, and last one, it increases the concentrate of nutrients. Here the first one, cooking improves the taste and food quality. Cooking improves natural flavor and texture of food. Example, roasting groundnut, frying onion and puppet. And cooking rice and roasting coffee seeds improve the flavor. Too much of cooking lowers the flavor, as flavoring compound are volatile. And second one, destruction of microorganism present everywhere and useful in making curd, cheese and butter. Microorganism can be classified into two types. One is beneficial microorganism and another one is harmful microorganism. Beneficial organism, which can be used in the manufacturing of cheese, wine, beer, and then making curd, whereas harmful microorganism which causes a infection or it produce toxin. So for example, clostridium botulism and salmonella. Aspergillus flavus is a fungi which produce a aflatoxin in groundnut cereals and spices. Aflatoxin which causes health hazards. Important method of protecting of food against harmful microorganism by application of heat. Cooking food requires temperature for a required length of time can destroy the harmful microorganism. Improves digestibility. Soften the connective tissues of meat and coarse fiber of cereals, vegetables and pulses. Digestive period is shortened and gastrointestinal tract less subjected to irritation. It improves texture, became more chewable. Burst, it will burst the starch granules of pulses and cereal. Starch digestion is more easier, rapid and complete. Dry heat applied to starch converted to easily digestible dextrine. It increases the access to enzyme and improves the digestibility. Increases the variety. Food can be made into different dishes. Example, rice can be made into plain pulao. Lemon rice, biryanis or combination of pulses and idli. Wheat can be made into puris and chapatis. Increases the consumption of food, improve texture and makes more chewable. Improvement in texture and flavor by cooking increases the consumption of food to meet our nutritional requirement. Next one, increases the availability of nutrient. Raw egg which contain avidin which binds with biotin, making biotin unavailable to the body. Cooking avidin get denatured and biotin is available to the body. Trypsin inhibitor present in soybean and duck egg denatured on cooking and availability of nutrient is improved, especially protein. Toxic substance from kesari dal can also be removed by boiling it and throwing away the water. Increases the quality of protein, some amino acids available to the body. And next, objectives of cooking, it increases the antioxidant value. Cooking tomatoes are associated with greater health benefits compared to uncooked because heating process makes lycopene more easily absorbed by the body. Lycopene is a pigment present in tomato, reduce the risk of cancer. And next objectives of cooking is concentrate nutrient, yeah, removal of moisture or using combination of food or due to cooking procedure. Example, sweet. Thank you.